nation around the world. Welcome to WeSampleEverything.com. What's in your iPad?
Let's go.
It's the man J1StarBeatz.
Let's go.
Cheez Beatmakeristhesquad and that man right there, DragonFlyBry.
Well,
Circuit Brent.
Yeah, that's the studio. He probably in the future with DragonFlyBry.
Bro, his studio is fire.
Yeah. Hope you want brothers.
In the future.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, y'all live from the year 2030.
Jumpsuit, man. Circuit Brent got a jumpsuit from Teenage Engineering, man. They had like little spacesuits, y'all.
Are you serious?
You for real?
Ask him about that. I want to ask him about that today. It's part of my question, y'all.
Yeah.
Where you get that shit from?
Yeah, I think they did join. Yeah. Limited edition, y'all. Spacesuit joint.
Yo.
What's good, Circuit Brent?
Hey, what's up, man? What's up?
What's good, bro?
What up, man?
Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show, man.
Appreciate it.
We got to give you the congratulations on that contest you won. What was that, last month? Word.
Yes, sir.
Good job. That beat was fire.
Yeah, super dope.
Appreciate it.
First off, I know Cypha wanted to know if you got that Cash App because we never even asked you.
I think so. Yeah.
I hope so.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I did. That Cash App.
Yeah, because I asked her. I asked her, bro. I was like, yo, did homeboy get that? Because we'll make sure it got in the right hands. You know
let me make sure, as a matter of fact. Yeah.
Okay.
Cash App, boy.
Yeah.
It be going through things.
Yeah. Nah, but good job. You killed that shit.
Yeah,
good
congratulations.
Yeah.
Word.
What inspired you when you made that, man? When you flipped it that way? Where did it come from, bro?
I usually play around until I get something. I never really have I say 90% of the time, I don't have an idea of what I'm doing when I start doing it. I just start playing around until I find something I like and then build on to it. So I didn't have anything in mind like ahead of time. I like the sample. It was open. It was, really pad based, so it was open. So I knew I could do a lot of stuff to it, even though I really didn't do that much to it. I only added like maybe 3 instruments or something. But I just started playing around, and when I found something I like, just build up on it. That's it.
Yeah, that's what's up. And by the way, I violated. What we do with each guest on our podcast is we ask you first, what's your 5 favorite iOS apps? What's your top 5?
Okay, well, that's easy. Beatmaker 3 is number 1. My new favorite joint that I'm killing right now is L7 Looper. That's my new joint.
Take your brain on that one.
Oh, you ain't up on L7 yet?
I got it. I've been trying to use it as an AUV3 because they made that update. The AUV3 update just seemed like it's, I don't know, it ain't working the way I hoped that it would.
Yeah, the AU3 is kind of like new, so everybody's still really like playing around with it to try to get it right, especially on a new app. So it might be a couple updates before that.
Okay.
Really gets to work in the way that you want it. Just like everything else. Really, they don't really have the AU3 together.
Yeah, not yet.
In my opinion, quite yet. When they do, you could already see it super dope.
Yeah, because the way it's going up. But I didn't interrupt you.
Oh, no, that's not good. But yeah, L7 Looper, AUM, it's like the craziest thing to me. What else? Koala sampler is crazy. How many is that? 4? What I said, Beatmaker 3, 7, Koala, AUM. I like Fugue Machine too.
Oh, that's my shit.
Yeah.
That's my shit. It's been out for a while too, yeah.
But it's just like my hip hop producer top 5. It's always changing. You know what I'm saying? I might. If you ask me again next week, it might be a whole separate set of 5. Because my iPad is pretty deep with apps, so I play around with a lot of them. So
yeah, likewise.
Yeah, we see that crazy vinyl collection you got back.
You know, I was looking. You know, I was looking.
Yeah, that's fire.
I'm trying to get like you one day. Shit.
Yo, I ain't bought no vinyl in like 15 years, baby.
Damn.
I spent when I was young, I spent all my money on.
Know the feeling.
How long you been producing?
Man, I don't even know if I want to tell y'all. I got these turntables I got right here.
Yeah.
I got these joints in 93.
Yeah,
so
that's what's up, man.
I started DJing in 93. I started rhyming in 94 and producing in 95.
In that order.
Okay. Okay. We all familiar with those fields. I like that.
Yes, we are.
And those time periods too. So
absolutely.
We're not young bucks in the building. We not young bucks.
You know what's dope? The community that and this is just like a super big shout out to Instagram, because I've met more people that I vibe with and are on the same thing off Instagram than I really ever did in real life. And I'm running into people that's the same age as me, on the same, same type of style as me. So that's a big shout out to Instagram.
Yeah, same here. Same here.
Yeah, no, for sure. And shit, and a big shout out to the actual people. Cause you know what I mean? Because I mean, Instagram, it could also connect jerks too. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So,
that's a fact.
I come across a couple jerks. I came across a couple of weirdos too. I try to stay away from them.
So you know, it's a ton. It's a bunch of weird motherfuckers out here, but it's a bunch of good people too. Like I mean, shit. Like I'll be honest. Like since I started the Beatmakeristhesquad page, I feel like I've met more people, like you said, more people online than I met actually in person that just want to make music and just want to like they don't want nothing from you. You know what I mean? And just want to share information. I think that shit is dope. You know what I mean? Like, I know. I think I got with Beatmakeristhesquad as soon as you put the page up. I think word? Yeah, because I've been following you for a minute, because I know I first see your studio. I was like, oh God. Because we used to talk about your studio before.
Yeah. And that's what I want to get into, because we all love your studio. So what else you got in that bitch? Like, what is in there? We see some, mention some to us.
This studio is pretty small. It's only like 10 feet by 10 feet, so it's actually smaller than a bedroom. But I got it jam-packed, and really, I got to get rid of some of this stuff. I got too much stuff in here. I'm running out of space. But I got a couple keyboards, a couple MPs. Let me. I'll show you.
I like the view. I like the show.
No, I got the V-Synth over there, A-Star X, MP2000 XL, Korg Triton. My original first keyboard that I ever got, which is the Casio SK5 sampler. Got my DAW set up here with the MCU mixing board, and then I got my little like kind of mobile setup over here.
I see. Is that the MK3 you got there too?
Yeah, I had to break this back out because I started on the MK1 with Machine. I got it like when it first came out, and I loved it. And I just been neglecting the Machine for a while, but I got to break it back out because I'm doing some some kits for Native Instruments. So I got to get back.
Word, that's what's up. And then that was the live on the other side or the touch?
Yeah, that's
live,
a live,
right?
Yeah,
all
then
right.
damn well you live from Sam Ash, motherfucker.
He got it all in there. Whatever you want, whatever you prefer, he got it in there. Now, do you have a favorite out of those two, live or the machine?
They both got their pros and they both got their cons, really. Because I do my drums live a lot, so I use it for finger drumming and recording my drums back into something else. Yeah, I don't sequence on it or sample on it.
I totally get that because I do the same shit with the X. Same exact shit.
Yeah. I mean, if I only had, if I only had an MP, I would make it work. But since I got other stuff,
right,
I wouldn't really choose the software over machine software. Right. And honestly, I really wouldn't choose the hardware over the machine hardware either. The only difference is that machine you have to have the computer hooked up, which I don't like sometimes. Yeah. But the machine is...
And it's super easy to work with. The machine is so easy.
Yeah, machine is fire.
Yeah, it is.
I used the machine for a little while. Only thing that threw me off is just like I'm a little more visual than it was at the point when I had it. Like, so when you sequencing, like when you putting the sequences together for songs, something just didn't click for me, Like those little, like putting those blocks together just didn't, it didn't click for me, you know what I mean?
Well, but the sample chopping, I love the sample chopping. But nothing sample chopping. To me, the dopest sample chopping is Beatmaker 3 out of everything.
Amen. Yeah. That's crazy, right? In a mobile device.
Yeah.
I think we all agree with you. Well, most of us, if not all.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
Yeah, that's my favorite sampler, hands down.
Same.
For now, that's a hint.
Right.
Because on some real shit, like a lot of these companies come out don't really they looking for a quick buck as opposed to looking to make something that's actually.
I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna tell you from my point of view because I went to a coding boot camp last year for coding.
Yeah, I remember you was telling me.
When I did that, I met up with a bunch of audio developers. So I'm cool with a bunch of the audio developers now. And I don't think it's about getting a quick buck to them. It's what it is to them. And this is the thing. This is where I think I fit in nicely. What it is to them is the challenge of completing the technology.
Okay.
It's the challenge of building the technology. Right? So if they come up with an idea, whatever it is, they love it. Not all the time, but most of the time, they love it because they want to complete the technology. Not necessarily because they're a user or they really love samplers or they really love chopping. They just want to be able to build the sample. That's why sometimes the technology be there, but the user interface and the way it works and the way it looks don't quite be there because that's not really their ballpark to try out drum machines and see why it's dope or why it's not dope. Their thing is, how do I make this technology work? So that's why sometimes it just don't.
That's the disconnect is at, like, because they're looking at it from a whole different perspective.
They're looking at it from a user perspective. Yeah, they're looking at it from the back to the forward, and you want to look at it from the forward to the back. You know what I'm saying? You look at it. How does it work? You don't really care about what's underneath.
Under the hood, yeah, I got you.
They care about what's underneath sometimes more than how it works for the user.
Well, like I said, it's still, even still, it's still good to have like a person that's an actual like user that's creating and creating something because like then it will actually make more sense for other users. You know what I'm saying? Because like a lot of people that make certain things like they like it have dope features, but like you have to menu dive or you have to like do other stuff that's just like not really conducive to being creative.
That's kind of what I feel. That's kind of how I feel about Mpclive. Like they got all these dope features, but it's just like the software. it's just like they don't quite have it. Like this is over here, this is over here, this is over here, this is over here. So I gotta go like this when I'm, you know, my process is like this. I want my process to be like that.
Straight lines, yeah.
So, and I think that happens with a lot of people until some users and super users. Like I consider myself a super user because I've used so many different things. Until some super users get in the game to really tell these developers how it should move, it's gonna be like that. But then then again, sometimes people just get lucky and really knock it out the park like they did with Koala. Koala really, to me, Koala really knocked it out the park with their with, you know.
I feel like too, who made Koala is like, I feel like he like actually like makes music. You know what I'm saying? It's not just like, well, let me code this so you can make so you can make music. I feel like he was like, yo, if I wanted to make my own thing, like this is how I would want it to work. Like, you can see the inspiration there from like other pieces of gear and stuff like that. Like because a lot of people compare it to a 404. Like I never use a 404, so I can't really like say.
I know.
But, like,
I mean, the effect, the live effects flipping is really the only thing that really compares it to a 404, because the 404 is a totally different. Like the 404 has a totally different workflow to me than most samplers, and I wouldn't say that they're similar except for the effects.
The effects, yeah.
Okay.
But I like 404. I don't use it too much. I've been using it just for the effects lately. But I made a couple of beats just 100% 404, and it's tight. I mean, I know people that get crazy, super crazy.
I just started following a couple cats. Like I'm like for the last couple of years, I've been like, yo, I should maybe give me a 404 or something like that. But I'm just like, nah, I don't know if I'm gonna learn something new. You know?
That's the.
I've been scared of it. I wanted it for so long. I'm like, she scares me. I'm not doing it.
Well, my thing for 2020 is I ain't buying nothing. I'm not buying nothing else. I'm totally done. The only way you're gonna see something new in my studio, I hope I got my fingers crossed, is if they send it to me for free. I ain't buying nothing.
Man, we all said that.
Yeah, but you know, I told myself, and I haven't bought nothing since I told myself that in 2019. I ain't bought nothing since the beginning of 2019. I ain't trying to buy nothing else. I'm gonna use that as motivation to get these companies to send me some demos.
I feel you. I feel you.
Yeah, a lot of people have that same sentiment. A lot of people do. Yeah, have that same vision. Brian, you had a question for him too, didn't you?
Well, I got two really. Where's the OP1 and do you still use it? And then how'd you get the jumpsuit, bro? I saw you with a jumpsuit on IG.
Oh yeah. That's my baby right there. My baby. I got the jumpsuit because I did a little show with the teenage engineering guys down here in Atlanta. They did a little show and they asked me to perform with them. So I got the jumpsuit. But the crazy part, I'm like 6'2".
And they're Swedish.
260. You know what I'm saying? Right. So I told him, I said, yo, this jumpsuit, it only come in extra Swedium. You know, they're from Sweden and it's medium ass jumpsuit. I was like, not at all. I couldn't wear it at all.
It's like, hey, this size ain't medium, this is skinny. Like skinny like jeans.
Nah, it didn't work. But I got it. I got it up there.
That's dope. Yo, them drums on that track you did for this the last contest that, you know, the one you won, them drums were crazy. Yeah. When them drums dropped,
slap. They slapped. Yeah. I was like, oh yeah.
You know what that you wanna know what that is?
Yes, we do.
Had the ugly face, boy. I was like, ugh.
Oh, that analog heat?
Analog heat, boy.
So, I'm about to pick your brain crazy. So when you're using that analog heat, you run the drum straight in, or you like use it as a send, or like a little bit of everything.
I guess I could. Let me bring this over and I can tell you my gear ain't really the thing that I really am most proud about. Is really the way I got it set up. Anybody could just have all this gear, but it took me a long time to figure out how to set this up. So I was an ASR 10 dude from the beginning. So I got into MPs pretty late.
You got a Planet Fat, all those EMU modules down there?
I got
90s producer staple, y'all.
Yeah, I got a low-fat, the Proteus, ASR 10 rack right there. That's ASR 10 rack and just the DAT tape.
Yeah.
But yeah, that MoFat, man.
Yeah, you got some heat over there.
I used to get busy on that thing. I used to love that thing. I ain't plugged it. Actually, no, I plugged it up not too long ago and pulled some drums off of it.
That's what's up.
Oh, yeah, all these joints is muted.
It's like 3 errors. The DAT machines? Come on, man.
Yeah.
Oh, I still use my ADAT. I got an ADAT machine right here that I still use.
I got a blackface, man. It's only 16-bit. I saw yours. I hit you on IG one time. I said, "Hey, you still use that ADAT?" You're like, "Yeah, you should get extra 8 tracks."
Yeah.
So now I got a blackface in the closet. I might break it out, man.
Yeah, because if you have a sound card that has ADAT optical, I don't know about the blackface. I assume it's the same. I never messed with one, but I assume as far as the ADAT optical is probably the same. But my Apollo sound card has the ADAT optical in and out. So I got the ADAT going into the ADAT optical in the Apollo. So now I got the 8 inputs on the Apollo and then 8 more analog inputs on the ADAT, and it connects over the optical cable. So I got 16 ins and outs.
That's dope.
The Apollo. Yeah. So I got the MP. See, the MP has 6 outs on it.
Yeah.
3 stereo pairs. So I got 1 and 2 just going straight out into the Apollo. Then I got 3 and 4 going through the analog heat into the Apollo. Then I got 5 and 6 going through the SP. So I just switch. I just switched the output, and then I could go straight out the MP.
Yeah.
Nothing, or go straight through the analog heat and go in, or go through the SP and go in. Which the SP got some. You can get your drums thumping with the SP too. So.
Heard that they got like dope compression on the SP.
Yeah,
that's a lot of people talk about.
Yeah.
That's
So when I'm making kits, like I load all the drum after I make the drums or whatever, make them. I load them up into the live and then run them through the analog heat and resample them, and then run them through the SP and resample them. And see which ones I like better, and I choose which ones I like better out of the two.
Yeah, I'm on eBay right now.
Do it, man. Don't do it.
Nah, my birthday coming up. My birthday coming up in like a month and change.
My birthday is tomorrow.
Yeah, I was gonna say
birthday.
you mentioned tomorrow.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, brother.
Appreciate it.
So I guess this is a good time to give him a early birthday gift, but really not, because he earned it. So we're gonna give you a little secret, but you can't say nothing until tomorrow. But congratulations, because you just won the big contest that we just threw. You won
the new one?
You won the new one, bro. Here, Jay, hit that again, Jay.
That's right.
You won the new one. Good shit.
Yeah, bro, you won it.
Out of 12 contestants, 11 others, you won that shit. So good shit. Congratulations.
I appreciate it.
Nah,
Hey,
you earned it, bro.
The first 2-time champion so far.
Word.
Well deserved, though. Well deserved, yeah.
Well deserved.
Get you a belt, bro.
I guess we can talk about that one too. Then.
Yeah, oh, that was the plan. That was the plan.
He repeated.
But yeah, you got a shitload of prizes coming to you. You got a shitload of prizes. So you gotta You got a $50 Apple gift card, a physical card coming to you. You got a $20, another $20 Cash App coming to you. You have Cheez and myself are dropping new sample packs next month. You get those. And I still I owe you another sample pack. It was so huge. I have to zip it up to send it to you. But I owe you one from last. So what else? What else does he get, fellas? You get a damn, I don't forgot.
That list was crazy. Yeah.
That list was crazy.
So,
Let me look it up.
But you earned it, brother. You earned it, man. So
I appreciate that, man. Dang.
It was tough though. This one was tough. This one was tough, man.
I was listening. Really? I forgot. I ain't even gonna lie. I forgot about the contest until the night.
I told them.
We talked about it. Oh yeah.
I told them you gave me about 2. You hit me like 2 hours before. Like, yo, what time? I was like, man, and you made it. I told them.
Man, that's dope, man. I appreciate that, man.
We appreciate you.
We appreciate you putting in the work, man. Everybody who participated for sure.
Yeah, you know what?
Everybody.
Hey, you know what I want? I appreciate all the gifts and all of that, but I would easily trade one of them gifts for something else.
Holla at me.
Maybe not the next, but one of the sample flips that you do, I want to put the sample. You know what I'm saying? I want to contribute the sample for one of the sample flips.
Oh, man, you could get the prizes and you can still do that.
Come on now. Yeah, come on now.
All right, so check it out. Let me break it down to you real quick. So we all used one of ours so far. So it's Cypha's turn next, and then you got the one after that, guaranteed.
Dope.
All right.
Yeah, it ain't no rush. Nah, that musician's friend. That's what. Play on the plan.
See, my joint up here is the American Musical Supply, because that joint.
That's what I meant.
Yeah.
American Musical
Supply. They close to me, so like if I order something from them, like if I order it on Monday, I got it on Tuesday.
You know what I used to do when I was really buying stuff? I would wait until like the middle of the summer, halfway away from Christmas. I save up my little equipment budget, be a couple thousand or whatever, maybe $2,000 or something every year. And I would just buy. I wouldn't buy nothing for the whole year. No cables, no nothing. I just save up like $2,000 and then just get everything I want at one time. So it wasn't like it didn't feel like I was spending a whole lot of money, you know?
Yeah, because you already had a lot of it.
Yeah,
you already saved up.
I would just throw my change in the bucket or whatever, and then in the beginning of the summer, however much money I had, like $2,000 or something, I just spend it.
And that's a good model for anybody that's out there working on, saving money for gear and apps and equipment. You know, we talked about it even on our podcast previously. You know, even if you just put $20 aside a month, and save it over for the next.
I got a question. I do got a question for all y'all too. What made y'all get into iOS? You probably already answered that on the podcast before.
So
I've never really answered this. Sis is what made me get into it. Ms.leD, yeah, she made me get into it. Because me and her go back musically as far as writing and ghost writing and doing a bunch of stuff over the years. Writing is
18 years we go
about
back.
20 years deep now. About 20 years. And she hit me about 2-3 years ago. She kept getting in my head like, yo, you need to quit playing and get you an iOS. You need to get you an iPad. I'm like, man, I just keep going to the studio, and all that, this, that,
he brushed me off a little bit. I had to really.
Yeah, I was brushing her off. I'll take that.
There.
I was.
Yeah. He brushed me off for a while, but I kept at him.
Yeah, she kept on me. She kept on me. You know what I'm saying?
Because I knew once he saw, all I needed him to do was open GarageBand, and I knew he was gonna just like be sucked into iOS because it was just amazing the things you could do on instruments in there. So I knew once he got into that. Yep.
Yeah, about 2 years later.
Yeah,
I was hard-headed. But
yeah, see, I quit making beats for maybe a year and a half. I was just over it because I was trying to get some beats to this particular artist, man. I drove all the way from California to Atlanta.
One of them stories, huh?
To bring a beat CD. He was not really.
Yeah. We all got those, bro.
No respect, right?
Yeah, we all got them stories, bro. We all got those.
So I was like, man, fuck it, I'm done. I ain't even fuck it. So I kind of fell off, and then one day I was out in Cali, and this crackhead came up to me like, "Yo, I got this iPad, still in the box."
Good luck.
For $300. I was like, okay.
Oh man.
You ain't hit them with I got the 150 right now.
No, so I said, yeah, I get it for $300, and I pull out, oh damn, I only got $200.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, exactly.
So he like, never mind. And he walked a couple steps, turned back around, was like, all right, bet. So
he was like $200 worth of crack or zero.
Or wait for the crack.
So,
the
first app I bought was Beatmaker 2. And I made my first beat. My first beat I made on Beatmaker 2 was one of my favorite beats still to this day that I ever made. So I was like, yeah, this iOS is the move. And then being able to send files and text files and all of that, because you used to have to go through crazy anxiety to get a beat on a CD.
Yeah. just to convert it to an MP3 or something.
Yeah. So being able to just send it from the laptop or send it to the phone and listen to it, I was like, yeah, this is the future. And to me, it is the future, and that's one of the reasons why I got into programming. But I love iOS. I mean, I don't just only use iOS, but if I had to, if somebody said I can only take one thing to make beats with, it would definitely be the iPad because it's just you can do so much with it.
Hey man, when you ask a question, that's my answer right there. Like, it's easier to fill in the blanks for iPad because the apps are so cheap and they have like apps for everything. So instead of buying computer apps or a piece of hardware, iOS does all of that stuff. So after I got like that Griffin Studio dock, it was a wrap. Every time I needed something that was on iOS, I just get that instead of any hardware piece or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, shit, for me, shit, like I had Beatmaker, the original Beatmaker on the iPhone 3G, but like you talk about jumping through hoops to get a sample in there.
I did too.
That shit was like very difficult.
I
made one beat on that shit, and that shit took me like 3 train rides. Like it was just too much work. And I was like, yo, and I was like,
and plus on a phone, it's too, it's
too small.
I mean, I'm a big dude, so it's too small. And plus, the old phone was crazy small anyway.
Yeah.
So,
that's real. Yeah,
it was cool. It was cool to play around with, but I never would have thought that it would have got to professional level until
me neither.
I got on the iPad.
Yo, honestly, for me, like I used to watch what's his name? I used to watch Moggs do his remakes every Tuesday on Machine Masters on YouTube, right? And I had actually, when I saw this after a while, I was like, yo, fuck it. I had the iPhone, was it the 6 Plus? Excuse me. And so I bought Beatmaker 3, but my phone was a little janky. Every time I open up, Beatmaker 2. So every time I open up Beatmaker 2, it was crashing. So I went one day, I had to get my phone replaced. I'm like, oh shit, let me try this Beatmaker 2 out. And that day I'm messing with it, and I had like this little MIDI controller I used to always keep with me. And I found out they had the camera connection kit. Once I plugged that camera connection kit in and pressed the key and it worked, it was over.
It was a wrap.
You know what though? You know what? I never really want to use a MIDI device with my iPad.
No?
Nah. I mean, to me, the part about the iPad that makes it dope is the touch screen. So I never connected really.
You don't miss the feel sometimes though of the pads. That's what I find.
I need tactile. I need a little bit.
Nah,
tactile.
I don't, because I mean, I make beats in different ways. So when I get into that iOS groove, I'm not really worried about, I'm not making beats with my hands like that. I'm more moving stuff around, sliding stuff and placing stuff. But if I want to hit pads, I just hit pads. But I never connect the pads to my iPad.
So you don't incorporate your live? Because you know you could get your live. You could hook that up to your iPad.
Yeah, because live.
Even I got
everything
everything
linked.
I got everything linked right now.
Okay.
I got it. I got audio coming out of Ableton going into the iPad, audio going back. I got the MIDI connected. All my stuff is all hooked up together right now.
Cool.
But because I got this iConnectivity. Y'all know about the iConnectivity sound card?
Yeah.
I got the iConnectivity joint.
That give you any problems, or that works good?
It works good. It took me a long time to get it right because the software is super whack. But once I figured out the routing and all of that, it's solid. It's really solid. Matter of fact, like it'll be times every once in a great while something might crash or something. You unplug it, plug it back up, and it's
good to go.
You don't have to reboot nothing. You don't have to do nothing. Just unplug it, plug it back up, and it syncs right back up. So I definitely give shout outs to the iConnectivity joint, but I wouldn't get the 4. I would get the 2. They got a 2-channel one and they got a 4-channel one.
What's that, J-Star? What is that?
Jay, you got that?
Yeah, because I have an eye on it for years because it's been out for years. But going through the group iPad Musician on Facebook, like some had mixed reviews. Like some they swear up and down it's awesome, but then there's some they're like, yeah, but just like what Circuit Brent saying, like sometimes it just gets janky. You got to keep on unplugging and replugging it back in to get it to work. I mean, when it works like a champ. But then when it doesn't work, it's like man.
Yeah. I haven't really had a lot of problems with it not working, but the software though is like super trash. It's super trash. But it's dope. It's dope.
Okay. So now since we announced that you won the big contest, talk to us about that beat. Yeah. What was going through your mind when you heard that sample? And I know, like I said before on a previous episode, you did that shit in like 2 hours. You hit me like, yo, when does it due? I said, you had that shit done in 2 hours.
I appreciate it. Well, I'd say that's probably just because of the way I got my stuff set up. It's easy for me to do something quick because everything is always running. And since I got it synced, like I can play that's the ASRX. So I can just play the ASRX and record it right in the Beatmaker 3 or the MP or whatever. So once I get the sample chopped, it's just playing around until I get something that works. And I thought the sample was dope. I like the plucks. I like the vocal, the vocal. So I chopped up the vocals. And I always been a 1-bar loop. I like 1-bar loops and then adding instruments to them. So once I had that vocal chopping up, then I just started adding the bass and the drums and the pianos and all of that on top.
Yo, that instrumentation you added was crazy. Wow. When them pianos came in, I was like, ooh.
I appreciate it.
So you played those chords, or those just, or like?
Yeah, I played them like this.
It worked, bro.
Hey, I ain't mad at it. Like,
I ain't classically trained. Matter of fact, 15 years ago, if you'd have caught me, my bass line might not even match up with my piano chords.
Hey, I ain't mad at it.
Over like the last maybe 10 years, I've been getting into music theory and just trying to figure it out. Cause when I started making beats, it was me and my cousin, and I was the DJ, and he played piano in the church. So he was really the musician, and I was more the technical side. And when he stopped making beats, I lost my musician. You know what I'm saying? I lost my musician. So I was like, yo, I gotta learn this because I can't be having my bass not right with my So yeah, I played them joints.
Yeah, well, you made it work.
Yeah, one of the breakdown transitions you did in that beat too, man. When you switch off from how you led up into the beginning of the beat and then that transition switch, that's what really got me on the beat. I was like, come on, bro. You playing with us right now.
Yeah, well, that's about just making beats for so long, man. I bet I done chopped every sample, every drum break, everything. I done tried everything over the years. So I just I really got into more than one, like that Premiere style, that Premiere where you got one beat playing and then another beat come in, three different beats,
three different
different versions.
Yeah.
I always like that, so I try to do that a lot in my beats.
Yeah, that kind of that gangstar, like that gangstar era too, when he would do it a lot with Guru. Yeah, that was my stuff. That was my stuff there.
Yeah.
Man, that shit worked. It was crazy. Somebody even said, man, they're gonna think we biased.
I did. Yeah.
You said it, right, bro?
Yeah. I was like, man, I hope people don't think we gonna.
I don't give a shit what they think. The work shows for it, you know. Like,
I appreciate it, man. That's dope.
Nah, man, you earned that shit though. Good job. You earned that shit. We appreciate you joining. You know, taking your time out to join the shit. But
I mean, I like to be involved. Like I said, I know I got a crazy sample already in mind for when y'all flip for when he let them flip my joint. So
yeah, you definitely in there. Don't worry about that. I'm gonna definitely holler at you.
Yeah.
When you get a chance and you watch that top 4, you'll see like how crazy it was for us, the deliberating and everything. It's crazy. We had notes and.
Because there was some dope joints on there. I was like, yo.
Yeah.
I should have did a trap beat. That's what I thought.
Now it's good that you did. That's why you won. You won.
Right.
But you know what? That's what I said. I said, you know what, man? Sometimes if you listen to 12 beats in a row, and the majority of them are trap beats, it might be hard for there to be a lot of variations.
It feels that way sometimes. Absolutely. I mean, I've experienced that sometimes too. And like you do like showcases when you get up on stage and like everybody's doing, you know, and I'm coming up there with the boom bap rapidy rap. You know what I'm like, man. But sometimes that's what'll do it for that night. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sometimes, you know. Just to break it up a little bit. But it was hard for us because it was definitely between you and the Fingers, man. I love the Fingers.
Yeah, that joint was dope.
Yeah.
Fingers, man. John Jizzle.
Yeah.
You know, he was another one in Ice Cold Beats. Well, it's called Ice Cold Motherfucking Beats.
Ice Cold Motherfucking Beats.
But
it was a lot of them joints was dope. A lot of them joints was really dope.
Yeah, we had some quality trap. Like it wasn't just like your run-of-the-mill trap beat. It was like, you know, ding dong ding dong. Like it was like some real. So like I actually appreciate like cats doing the trap beats because like I don't never really like associate sample flipping with trap beats. You know what I mean? So, like that. I've
tried to do it. I've tried to make. I mean, I'm telling you, my trap beats is not. I can't really get the bounce. My bounce don't move like that. So it's hard for me to make trap.
To do your drums live, you gotta quantize the fuck out them drums.
Even that, I don't always do my drums live. I mean, I don't always do them like that. But even if I'm drawing them out, I still.
You know what's crazy though? I called it. I said it on the first contest. I said he'd do his drums live. I said it.
And you in the A too, right? You live in the A?
Yeah.
So I know you definitely have kind of a different, yeah. So how is it working with artists down there in the A with the style of beats?
I totally stopped working with artists. A long time ago. I used to have a studio in Sandy Springs, which is basically North Atlanta.
Yeah.
And I used to have a lot of artists, and I used to do showcases and record people, and man, it was just such a hassle and such a headache that I said I ain't doing it no more.
Done with it.
I'm not gonna do it. That's really why I got into the sound design stuff, so that I could have something to do instead of just making beats for myself. I mean, I still like send beats out sometimes, rarely, but I don't really want to have nothing to do with the artists and recording process of it.
I'm pretty sure I speak for some people out there and a lot of listeners that listen to the podcast and watch us on YouTube. I would definitely buy a beat tape to listen to a Circuit Brent beat tape. I would definitely do that. Yep. I would watch a beat tape, listen to a beat tape. I would love to sit back. Yeah. If you ever thought about doing something like that, man, I'd be invested for real. Like,
I appreciate that. I did put out 2 beat tapes last year, which I never put out beat tapes before. I'm a perfectionist or whatever. So I would have my boys be like, yo, when you dropping the tape? Oh man, I gotta make like 5 more beats. I already got 67 beats done. I just ain't pick. I just haven't picked the ones I want to put out there. So I would always keep putting it off. So I never really released anything. And then last year, I said, man, I'm quitting my regular job. I'm trying to learn a whole new thing, a whole new industry. I might as well change everything up. And I just said, man, let me just grab these beats and just put them out there. I ain't gonna second guess. I ain't gonna do nothing. So I dropped 2 beat tapes last year.
They out there? Where they at? Where can we listen?
You can get. They're both on my SoundCloud. One of them is on my. One of them is on Spotify. I did. The first one is called Hardware, and the second one is called Software. And Hardware is on like Spotify and Apple and all of that. And Software is I only put it on
SoundCloud.
Yeah, because I ain't even mixed that one. I was like, man, I ain't taking no time. I ain't doing nothing. Let me just grab it.
Let me just go ahead and just unload it. Yeah.
So if you look at my in my bio of IG.
I'm gonna definitely check that out. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely check that out.
Yeah, that was I was proud of that because I've been putting it off for a decade. You know what I'm saying? So I just did it. But I'm gonna be releasing another one in the called Everywhere in the spring, and I'm gonna try to put like one of them out a year. Cause I probably make 20 beats a month, so it ain't really hard to put 15 of them together. I just never got around to doing it.
So you said you do you use any apps for sound design? Because there's a lot of dope apps out there for some sound design.
Yeah, I use. I'm cool with the Audio Kit group.
Okay.
So I use all Audio Kit stuff. So Synth 1, D1. I use Synth 1 a lot just for programming synths, programming synth sounds.
Synth 1 is dope.
Yeah, Synth 1 is really dope. That's my homie did that. And
shout out. Yeah, for real.
Let's see what I got a lot of synths. Yeah, FM Player I use, Synth 1. I use all the Korg stuff and the Moog stuff. But yeah,
that's cheese. That's cheese all day right there. Cheese and Bry. The cheese and Bry.
Gadget.
I like Gadget. I don't really rock with the sequencer of Gadget. I rock with the sounds of it. I don't really like the sequencer all that much. So
one thing I like about the sequencer on Gadget is that they have like within the sequencer, you can change it to like the scales and the modes that you want. Like like the piano roll itself will take out the notes that you don't need. You know what I mean? So like when I'm on the train writing melodies and I was like, yo, I want this to be in B flat minor and I don't feel like doing the math. You know what I mean? Like it's just boom, you change the scale like on the Gadget itself. And then in the piano roll, you just hit the what's it called? But I most people that use Gadget, they say the same thing to me, like, yo, I'm not with the sequencer because it's like a typewriter. You know what I mean? Like
the loop and the
it goes down. Then
So what I did a couple years ago was I was like, I want to use all of these synths and these programs on my iPad, but I want to play my main board and record it in the Logic. That's when I was using Logic. I recently since have switched to Ableton, but so I've started trying to figure out how can I use these apps on the iPad like a VST. And then they released some OS update. I don't remember which one it was, where you could hook the iPad up just with a regular Lightning cable, and now it's sending MIDI and audio.
Studio Mux. Studio Mux VST. Studio Mux.
Studio
Mux and MIDI Mux.
That's the first thing that I got with Studio Mux, and it worked okay. But then
it was a prototype.
After that, Apple changed it up so that you could just hook it straight up with a Lightning cable with nothing else. And that made it much better. And once you could do that, once you could hook it up with just the Lightning cable, I could have my laptop and the iPad and whatever little MIDI controller that I want with nothing else, and have my iPad like a VST running in the Logic and recording into it because it runs MIDI and audio over the Lightning cable. Yeah. So once that worked like that, I just opened up a Gadget session with 16 different modules and connect them by MIDI and Logic and do all my MIDI and all my recording and all that in Logic, and it's just running the MIDI and audio from the iPad.
Sound module.
Yeah, basically like a sound module.
Yeah.
Or the iPad was just feeling just like a VST. So it was that was a moment I was like, oh yeah, now I can use all these dope ass Moog sounds and these Korg sounds right in the Logic without hooking nothing up or without having to transfer anything. I can do it like live, So that was a revelation right there.
That was a game changer for you.
Yeah.
Especially when you figure out, you consider how many sounds you can get for like so little money. You know what I mean? And how many different synths and stuff. Like it's crazy. Like, cause it's to the point like when I first got on iOS, I was buying everything. But now it's to the point where it's like I look at an app and it'd be like $25, and I'm like, ooh, 25. Like, I don't know.
I still get a little. That's the only. When I ain't super disciplined is the app store. I still buy apps that I know I shouldn't. So I guess I ain't really sticking to my plan of not buying nothing.
That's all right, bro. Yeah.
I was gonna go on the app binge this morning, but I took an Uber to my girl's crib, so I was like, all right, so I can't get no apps today.
I slow down though. I'm more. I'll be like, do I really want this? And see, the thing is, the question that I ask myself now is, am I actually gonna use this? Because I got so many apps that I don't use, that I don't even. The only reason why I buy them is just to play with them for a minute to see how they work, and then I don't never use them again. So
yeah, I wish they had like a try before you buy,
like a preview.
Yeah, that'd be dope as hell, right?
I've been thinking about that too.
Even if you could just try it for like a couple hours, like because you know what I mean. Let me try this app out for like an hour or two. See if I can really get into it. And if not, then I won't get it.
Right.
Or I'll pay you for a day, for access to it for a day or something. You know what I mean?
Or that's why I like when they throw them out there for free, but then you got to buy the full version if you like it.
Yeah, that's yeah. You say does your brother produce, or he just your older brother?
Yeah, my older brother and my younger brother, we all made beats, but my older brother, he quit a long time ago, maybe 10, 15 years ago, but he got me into it, and then I got my younger brother into it.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah. But the thing about my older brother is he the one that got me started on getting his gear. Matter of fact, some of this stuff is I like borrowed from him and never gave it back. If you got an older brother, you know how that is.
No, but I got a younger brother, so I know. I ain't seeing that again. I ain't seeing that again.
Yeah, so this Triton, I think I traded him my ASRX for the Triton, and then I went and borrowed my ASRX back. So I got, I still got the Triton and the ASRX. So
that's cool, man. But congratulations once again, brother, for winning. Man.
Yeah, congrats, bro.
Yes.
Man, appreciate that, man. It's really dope. Really dope.
Yeah, you did a great job. You did a great job.
Thank you.
And thanks for coming on for sure, man.
Yeah.
Hey, I got to give y'all a shout out. I like the way y'all got together like Voltron and try to form up something bigger. It's dope.
Nice.
I like that y'all talking about iOS. I think you are gonna have like unlimited, subjects that you can talk about because I think iOS is just gonna keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So
yeah, they sleeping on it right now, but not for long.
I don't even know if they really. I mean, only the uninformed. To me, the uninformed are sleeping on it because if you know anything about production, if you've been producing for anybody that's been producing for a year or two.
Yeah,
should be able to get on the iPad and see the value immediately.
Yeah, the capabilities.
So
crazy.
100%.
So I think that's a good thing that y'all doing. I think the podcast is dope. I think y'all doing the contest is dope. I just
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Keep doing it. Keep doing it. I like how y'all being real consistent. You're being consistent with your brand and your graphics and how you doing your posts. It's dope. It's gonna keep doing it. It's gonna blow up.
Yeah, thank you,
hopefully.
Yeah.
Definitely appreciate it. And thanks for coming on. Thanks for participating.
Yeah, as long as we got cats out there like you that support it, man, that's really what it's
putting your 100% in, you know what I mean? Yeah. You ain't just sending us no bullshit. You know what I mean? Taking your work serious. And that's it shows. And that's why you won back to back.
Two-time world champion.
2-time.
But yeah, if y'all get a chance, go ahead and check out that hardware and software.
Yes, I'm definitely gonna check that out.
Yeah, I make a lot of. You sent me the hardware before. I heard that one before.
What's that?
I said you had sent me hardware before, because I remember one time I put up something telling people to send me some music lists. So you sent me the hardware. Yeah. I think it was on SoundCloud at the time.
Yeah. I think that was probably right when I dropped it last year. But hardware is, I stopped sampling. So hardware was the last batch of beats that I made that have samples in them. So there's samples in hardware and there's
software. I get it. Yeah.
No samples in software.
All right.
Yeah, hardware is a beat CD that I did that was like my last batch of beats that have outside samples, like from vinyl and whatever. So I just named it hardware because I figured it'd be harder to do anything with it because it got a bunch of samples in it. And software is a little bit it's a little bit softer type of just a little bit softer feel to it, and also it's all original, so there's no samples.
Yeah, that's dope, bro. Dope. We'll definitely link it for sure.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna throw the links in there. I'm definitely gonna check it out tonight too.
Dope.
Definitely.
Yeah, I'm looking at the 12-bit soul links right now too. It's a bunch of sound packs on here that's really dope.
Yeah, that's my crew, 12-bit soul.
Yeah, I'm checking it.
And I linked up with them really off the strength of Instagram, man. Me and the other Brent Dixon, we started talking about SPs and MPs and I linked up with them, and immediately when I got with them, we did an expansion pack for Native Instruments, and then like after the Native Instruments expansion pack came out, that's called Midnight Sunset. We did an expansion pack for Akai, and that went pretty good too. And we just came back from Nam a couple weeks ago, and we're doing new expansion packs for Akai, new expansion packs for Native, and we also did presets for Massive X. When Massive X dropped a couple months ago, we did presets for that, and we're going to be doing some presets for Arturia this year. So we got a year. Man? We got a year coming up this year.
Yeah,
so.
That's dope.
Yeah, congratulations, man.
Word.
Appreciate
hell
it.
Yeah, that's dope as hell. I seen one of your posts. You was over there. I was like, ooh.
And Nam?
Yeah, I was like, ooh, we trying to go next year.
Nam is fun. It's fun.
I bet.
Get to see all the new gear or whatever, and then also a lot of people that you been talking to on Instagram all year or whatever. Just catch them out there. And really, when I went to Nam last year, I was like, yo, I need to go see what the LA beat makers are doing. So I would after the conference, I go to like some beat battles and some cats that I knew out there would just, have a little beat session or whatever in the garage. I went to a couple of them and just linked up with beat makers in different city and with a different style. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, that's dope. So
yeah, that's dope.
Linking up with like-minded people is dope.
Yo, did you see the XPad, that new XPad?
I did.
How's it? It looks pretty in person.
Yeah, it's dope. It's dope and solid. It feels solid, and I like that. And also, I like the Orba from Artifon.
Yeah.
The little circle joint that looked like
a
muffin. That joint is dope. The beatbox, the joint that you put together that's made out of cardboard.
What? I ain't see that.
Yeah. I saw that.
Okay, buttons on it.
Yeah. It's legit, man.
That joint is dope.
I gotta check that out.
Oh, but the dope joint. But you, Brian, you already got the SSL mixer, but they got the SSL the 2-channel joint, the little tiny 2-channel joint.
Yes.
That joint
is about that.
Yeah, I'm telling people to get that now, man. That stuff is really decent quality, man. A lot of people got scared because the price was so low that they're going to lose their name. I mean, right now it's like after all these years, you can outsource cheaper parts, and if you have like halfway decent quality control, you can still keep a lot of your signature sound, and that's what they did.
Yeah, that joint sound dope. I ain't gonna get it because I told myself I ain't buying nothing. But if somebody wanted to get it for me for like Christmas or something like that, I ain't gonna refuse it. Nam was fun. Nam was real fun. I feel like I'll probably do my little getaway vacation time every year around that time.
That's dope. Yeah, I'm definitely fiending to go.
Yeah, it was fun. It's fun. Definitely.
That's what's up. All right. Well, for our listeners out there, if you want to see visuals, hit up the link in the description to our YouTube, and you could check Circuit Brent out at Circuit Brent on IG. What else you got, Circuit? You got Twitter? Any of that?
Yeah, it's Circuit Brent everywhere, but I never touched Twitter. I got a Circuit Brent YouTube. I ain't put a video up yet, but I'm gonna start putting videos up on YouTube.
When you go to make that sample for the contest, document that shit, and you could throw it up there.
Yeah.
Show the process. That'll be dope, and we'll drop that too. The process on the sample, because people love to see that. After they do the contest. I see with this last one, people like to see that. I got a lot of feedback where they were like, that was dope to see how you came up with that. So, if you want to do that. All right, well, congratulations again, Circuit Brent. Back to back. You did it back to back. And I'm going to get at you with your prizes right after this.
Yeah, and happy birthday yet again, brother.
Yeah, happy birthday, bro.
Happy birthday, man.
Appreciate it.
Jay's on that soundboard today, boy. Yeah. Got them horns popping. But yeah, good job. And definitely good job.
Hey, I appreciate it. Y'all, if y'all need anything, hit me up, let me know.
Likewise, bro. Likewise.
Here, man.
Word. Yeah,
right,
I hope you're gonna come in and vote with us and give feedback on that contest that you're gonna give us the sample. I hope you in there voting with us.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I gotta have you in there. Yeah.
I definitely would. Yeah, that'll definitely. I definitely want to do that. That'll be dope. Yeah.
All right, cool. We'll definitely be in touch with that. So.
All right.
Thanks so much for coming on again.
All right.
Congratulations.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
No doubt.
All right, y'all.
All right, peace.
Peace, bro.
Take care, man.
Peace.
Thank you for watching and listening. And again, listeners, if you want to get visuals, hit the link in the description to our YouTube channel. Hit that like, subscribe, and notification bell so you could be notified when we drop videos. And you could check me at Chick on the Beat on IG. Check out We Sample Everything on IG. Hit up WeSampleEverything.com. Fellas, plug yourself real quick.
You can hit me at Bacon Grease.
You got it popping too. Keeps it popping.
Yeah, get them grease bars.
Not Bry with the bars.
Catch me at Cheez Da Producer on Instagram. Also at Beatmakeristhesquad.
You can find me everywhere in the J1StarBeatz, or you go to SoundCloud, YouTube, and Spotify. Search J1Star. I'll pop up.
Jay Boucher.
In the house. Yep. You can catch me at Cypha Omni, CyphaOmni on everything. Just check me out.
Omani.
Bry, Micromix.com. Dragonfly_Bry on IG, Micromix.com, MIKRO, MIX. You got those fresh beat classes? Holla at me.